Hey, Keon, it seems like it's been a little while since we've seen you get that kind of burn. Just how comfortable did you get out there, and how nice was it to see the first three go down?
Yeah, especially I mean, when the first opportunity you get is a three and it goes, it's kind of easy to flow into the game. But yeah, so seeing that first one go, and then the energy's going from there. So I think we made some good plays early on, and yeah, that energy kind of just carried throughout the team.
Now, what kind of impressed you most about what you guys were able to do tonight?
Man, it's crazy because I really be so locked in out there. I mean, I guess just the effort on the defensive end, helping for one another, and I think I would go back to that energy again because there's been times where teams are going on runs and we've kind of just let go of the rope a little bit. So tonight I think we did a good job at not doing that.
Keon, your time on the floor been here and there, over the past few games as well. Just want to know, how you've been feeling with that, and what has the conversation Doug's been having with you about, getting floor time.
One more time, I'm sorry. Just the beginning part.
Yeah, your time has been kind of like stagnant here and there.
Yep.
How you been feeling about that? Trying to get on the floor, and what conversations you've been having with Doug about that?
I mean, no too in-depth conversations. I mean, from the beginning of the season, like when it first started happening, you kind of just get that feel, like you don't really know what to expect. So just kind of got to stay ready. And but I mean, for tonight to start and then have a game like this is definitely good to kind of find that rhythm again. So, but I mean, definitely just good to go out there and get a win again. Just glad to be out there.
Keon, building off of that, I mean, you talk about staying ready. You'll hear coaches talk about that a lot, but what is that process like, staying ready, and how difficult is it to consistently perform when the consistent playing time might not be there, or you don't know when you're going to be playing and when you're not?
I mean, just a lot of work behind the scenes, and I mean, just throughout the game, you kind of don't know when your number might get called, so kind of just got to be locked in on what's going on throughout the game, just in case you get thrown in, and you don't want to make the same mistake that someone's made earlier in the game, and things like that. But I mean, when you're out there, when the minutes are like that, just try not to do too much. Just try to keep it simple, and just get in where I fit in.
Keon, you watched Russ growing up. Now you've got a chance to play beside him. What's the one thing as a teammate that stood out most to you about him, and how has he impacted you the most?
Russ is really down to earth. I mean, that's the first thing that stuck out to me. The day we signed him and he was in LA. He just was real energetic, real talkative. He's talking to everybody from staff to all the players, just to make sure that, everyone's, good and, we're locked in or we're focused. And, just, chatting it up with people is just to, just to see what, people got going on or whatnot. But just really down to earth. And, I mean, he's talks about things outside of basketball. So, I mean, just more so better off the court team. I mean, I've obviously never played with him, so I didn't know what to expect. But I love the conversation that we have and the energy and the laughs that he brings for sure.
Has he made an impact on you on the court in your game?
Nah, I think I just still stick to what I do every night. My game doesn't really change too much, but I wouldn't say a real or a different impact than what my mindset is going into any game.
Hey, Keon, good game today, man. You've been real professional, throughout your time here, always with playing time and other things kind of being up and down. But I just wonder, kind of from the summer till now, dealing with the contract stuff, the kind of the uncertainty with the role and the playing time, how much frustration would you be willing to kind of admit to? Has it been a little tough for you these past couple months?
I won't say, but I mean, it's just day by day. So from the previous couple of games where you don't know what the minutes are going to look like to a night like this where you have a game like this. I mean, I don't really. I won't sit and think back on this one too much, just because how the season's been going. I mean, you just never really know. So, but I mean, just glad to get this one, and I mean, we'll see how everything goes moving forward. So, but yeah, definitely just glad to get the win and get this game under my belt for how I've been playing lately.
Russ?
congratulations on moving up to number 7 on the assist list. You know, given where you came from, to you know, be sitting here and thinking about passing Magic Johnson on that all-time list, like, just what's that mean to you? How special is it? And what are your thoughts right now?
Yeah, man, it's you know, I'm before I speak and say anything, I'm truly blessed and thankful, you know, to the man above for just allowing me and gifting me with the talent to go out and play basketball. And as for passing Magic, it's and it's an honor. You know, Magic is one of the greats, and I mentioned this a little earlier, but you know, yes, Magic did a lot of great things on the court, but growing up in inner city Los Angeles, you know, Magic did a lot for the underserved. Continue to do a lot. Something that I've kind of modeled and wanted to make sure the philanthropy side was done. And I think for him, that is something that I'm, you know, grateful to be able to pass him, just because he's such a legend in so many different ways, and I'm grateful to be able to pass him now. So.
Russ, a little more hyping you up with accolades. Not only passing Magic today, you did it while crossing the 2,000 threshold in steals.
Oh.
As that little kid growing up in LA, did you think something like this would be possible?
Never in my life. Never, man. I can't even. That's why I don't really take credit, and I can't even imagine. I mean, I grew up wanting to play football. Like I grew up football player, playing football. You know, taking a bus, going to the park, playing, just being a normal kid in the city, and things happen so fast for me. And I always knew, though, if given an opportunity to be able to be somebody, I would take full advantage of it. And, you know, that's why every time I step on the floor, I don't take anything for granted. I don't take plays or anything for granted, because, you know, this was given to me not just for basketball, but to use as a platform to be able to help and inspire other people. So I hope the way I play the game, I hope the way people see it, me competing, and yes, the records are all great, but I hope it inspires other people and people across the world to do great things in their lives as well.
Russ, you've made an entire career out of being a do-it-all guard. I want to ask you about Nick Clifford. I mean, rebounding, scoring, steals. What do you think he can be in his NBA career and as a King, and how have you seen him develop all facets of his game?
I think he's learning. I think the game is now slowing down for him a little bit, and I think he's picking his spots and trying to figure out where he can impact winning. The biggest thing I always talk to him about is just impacting the game, knowing personnel, locked in, because being young, he has so many great years ahead of himself. He's going to play against a lot of these young guys for many, many years to come. And, you know, he's going to be a great player. So,
hey, Russ, you're shooting the three at one of the better clips in your career this year. Is there maybe kind of an emphasis you've been putting on that for yourself, or how do you feel from beyond the arc?
I feel great. I put the work in every day, so I'm confident when I'm open and knock it down, and I'll continue putting the work in, and I'll continue shooting and knocking them down.
Russ, you got 2,000 steals, all-time rebounding for a guard, did triple doubles. Is there any of these accolades that either are out there in front of you or that you've already passed that mean more to you than some of the others?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I think that a lot of times I don't even know that this is happening until somebody tell me. So, so I don't know if there's one in particular that is more than the other. But if I'm able to be on the floor and play and able to kind of break more, I'll continue breaking as many as I can.
Russ, it's funny when the discussions are about LeBron and Steph. People always mention their age, but when they talk about you, your age rarely gets brought up. You're 37 years old. You're still playing at a very high level.
Yes, sir.
Have you given much thought to how much longer you can or want to do this?
I haven't. I just take day by day. I make sure I take care of my body and make sure that I'm able to play at a high level. And then, I'll keep going until, I feel like I had enough.
I meant to ask you the other night when you talked about football, do you bring any type of football mentality or mentality as a football player that you had to the game of basketball?
Yeah. I mean, if you guys can tell, all this aggression and everything went around. And when I first started, man, I remember I used to get so many charges, man. I used to run people over, jump, and get so many charges, and not so many as of late. But I used to just be aggressive, and I think that for me, that came from growing up, came from my football mentality and playing football. And for you guys that's going to ask, I played running back when I was younger, so that was my position, and I played linebacker too. So I like to hit.
Hey, Doug, what went into the decision to start Keon, and then how impressed are you with the way that he responded after kind of being up and down all season?
Yeah, talking to it was Dip Scout tonight, talking to him a little bit, and Neek had found a good rhythm for himself and wanted to kind of keep him in that rhythm that he was finding. Keon, as you said, had kind of been up and down, but I know he had been on the gun. He's been shooting. He's been working. So breaking through for him, just more than anything, is just the nice, solid defense. And he played a really, really good ball game. But he was big for us. Got us started out on the right foot.
Doug, obviously Russ passing more milestones today and assists passing magic. But I wanted to ask you about his three-point shooting. I asked him a second ago. He's shooting at one of the higher clips of his career. Have you noticed any sort of emphasis on that for him, or is that something you've asked him, hey, can you do this for us, or is this just something kind of naturally it's come about?
Yeah, I mean, we shot 20 at halftime, so that was big for us. We want to, make sure that we were touching the paint, making one more pass, letting guys, collapse the defense, spray the ball out. And we did that in the first half at a really high level. But for Russ in particular, once he gets his feet set, good form, and we live with that result. And he shoots it very confidently. So he gets in, he gets his work when you see him at practice, but he also comes back at nighttime. Like that's how you get to be that great. So, just hats off to him that he goes about his business the way he does, that allows him to play at the level that he does right now.
Doug, a trend I've noticed amongst good teams in this league is, and we saw it with Detroit the other night, keeping opponents at arm's length for a large portion of the game. How important was the response when they started the third quarter the way they did to get it right back up to 18 and end the quarter that way? How important was that?
Yeah, it was huge because I don't know what time it was, but we went on a 9-0 run in that third quarter to respond to their response. And that's big, man, because once you work your way into a league, teams are going to make a run. It's just how it goes. But it's your response to that. And, my thing tonight with them was mental toughness. And they definitely showed the mental toughness that I was looking for.
Doug, as you watch Russ kind of climb these career leader boards and achieve these milestones and do the things he's doing in year 18, and you learn him more, does it almost feel like he's kind of undervalued or underappreciated for the longevity and the success and greatness that he's achieved?
To be honest, I've always kind of thought that about Russ because the people would be so critical of, his style of play. But listen, he truly believes in himself. He works his butt off on his game and on his body. He watches film like he does. He's a pro. So, he wants to win more than anything, and that's where you see that nastiness at, and I'm all for it. His ability to go out on a night-to-night basis and compete the way that he does just says so much about him as a professional, and I think that his teammates also really, really respect that because some nights he's the one that's bringing the energy, at year 18, so it's beautiful to watch.
Can you speak a little to just maybe the defensive effort you guys showed tonight? I know Cooper got off in the third a little bit.
Yeah.
For the most part, you guys did a really nice job containing him.
Yeah, knowing that he wanted to go left, only 4 field goal attempts in the first half, ended with 13. We said at halftime before we went out, he's probably going to be more aggressive, so let's make sure. But, he's a great young player, so he's going to find a way. But defensively, like since that first Portland game, I thought that we turned the corner a bit. With the aggressiveness, with the rebounding, trying to win the possession game. Tonight, what we have 16 steals. That's a hell of a number. And 14 offensive rebounds. Those, we want to give ourselves extra opportunities, and we want to create extra opportunities. And that happens because, in my opinion, those big guys are in there rebounding. They're protecting the paint. And it allows our perimeter players to be a wee bit more aggressive on the perimeter, but trying to understand that we need to catch drives as far as not straight line drives, catch it with our chest, make sure that we keep them in front, allow the help to get there. And then if we're living with mid-range contested or above the break contested threes, now we have to finish the possession with a rebound, and we've been doing that.
Us, arrived late in camp. He's obviously not on any type of long-term deal. I'm just, the way you talk about him in that mindset, I'm just curious how much you see him, in this short time building, helping build what you guys are trying to build.
I'm a big fan, man. I hope that he's here. Because I think everything that he stands for, how he goes about his business for our young players as we build this thing out is super, super important. The competitiveness, the anger after a loss, because you should care. And, there's obviously levels to that, but the point is the things that they see with him are really good. So, it's an honor and a blessing to have him, and definitely to coach him.